President of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, has met with the delegation of Financial Circus of Qatar, headed by Chairperson of the Central Bank of the country, Abdullah Al-Thani. Issues on cooperation in the areas of finance, attracting investments, and the Astana International Financial Center were discussed at the meeting. The head of state highlighted that the visit of the Qatar's delegation has given a new impetus for the development of mutual cooperation.
I think that your visit to Kazakhstan is extremely important because we have a common task of giving a special impetus to the relationship and cooperation between both states. Well, this June I had a meeting with His Excellency Emir of Qatar in Dushanbe, and we agreed that we need to make something concrete and positive to build a very solid bridge between both states. I believe that your visit in this respect, of course, will be extremely important for us.
Thank you.
The head of delegation, Abdullah Al-Thani, opined that the launch of a direct flight, which will take place soon, will contribute to the strengthening of trade and economic as well as investment cooperation between the two countries.
As you know, the relationship between the two countries is very strong, and we are here today is to support that. So we have a long relationship with our colleagues in the financial center here, also our financial center in Qatar, and we are working together to develop the relationship in the area of banking and finance and the area of investment. Now, yesterday we are succeed that one of the biggest bank in Islamic banking is agreed to have subsidiaries in the financial center in Astana.
Kazakhstan earned more than $63 million on exporting chocolate and confectionery this year. Experts highlighted that the sweet products made in the country are in special demand from neighboring countries, particularly Russia and Central Asian countries.
За 9 месяцев 2019 года
Export earnings of chocolate have amounted to $21 million in 9 months of 2019. $9.1 million came from the export to Russia, while $2.2 million from Kyrgyzstan. In terms of the confectionery, the total amount in 9 months was $42.6 million. In terms of the countries, the first place is taken by Russia, where we exported nearly $16.7 million worth of products. $2.2 million was exported to Kyrgyzstan, while nearly $1 million to Uzbekistan. Demand for Kazakh products of confectionery and chocolate increases every year. For example, our products can be found in the countries of the European Union.
Нашу продукцию можно встретить в странах Евросоюза.
Analysts highlighted that the Kazakh confectioners are actively entering new markets. For example, one of the leading enterprises in the industry, which is located in the Kostanay region, exports its products to China. The revenue for selling the sweet products from the factory has increased by 3 times. The enterprise produces more than 300 varieties of confectionery. The most popular are waffles, chocolate, and candies. The sweet products have become one of the main brands of the country. According to a survey of the capital's residents, most often they bring the sweets and candies with them when they travel abroad. I often buy chocolate, which is made in Kazakhstan. I'm flying to another country today, and I bring chocolates with me as a gift to my friends. Since my friends love our chocolates, I always buy a lot. Yes, Kazakhstan-made chocolate is ours. We choose and bring our chocolate every time we go abroad. Meanwhile, the Kazakhstan-made chocolate is popular not only because of its excellent taste, but also due to its many useful ingredients for health. The dark chocolate improves the brain activity, lowers lipid and glucose levels in blood, as well as reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases, researchers say. However, people should not eat more than 50 grams of the chocolate per day. The market share of the chocolate and confectionery is estimated at 9% in 2019. According to the relevant department, the figure will continue to increase annually due to the development of new sales markets. 1.3 trillion tenge will be allocated to the state program for the development of regions until 2025. The project has been presented to the government. Priority is given to the development of 4 large agglomerations and regional urbanized zones, as well as reference and satellite villages. For example, over 3,500 villages will receive an access to high-quality infrastructure as part of the Ауыл ел бесігі project. Urbanization is an important tool to increase the income of people and improve the living conditions. The population in large cities has increased by 15% in the last 5 years. Urban population makes up 58.2% of the total population. We strive to ensure that the urbanization process becomes manageable. Therefore, it's necessary for us to pay attention to the Ауыл ел бесігі project, which is introduced with the goal to improve the quality of life of the rural population in the country. The European Union will allocate 15 million euros for the trade facilitation program in Central Asian countries. Key areas of the agreement include having access to world markets, building the capacity of small and medium-sized enterprises, and removing trade barriers. As part of the 4-year program, specialists in e-commerce will undergo training, while opportunities of women entrepreneurs will be expanded.
Right now, the trade among the 5 countries is quite low. It is approximately 7% of the total trade of the 5 countries. And we believe that by helping to overcome these cross-border barriers, and by helping companies also to join the world of e-commerce, we will be able to boost intra-regional trade within the 5 countries as well as international trade, particularly to the EU.
The State Brass Orchestra of Kazakhstan has made a performance at the Voice of Asia concert in Tashkent. The event was dedicated to the Year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan. The artists performed the works of both Kazakh and foreign composers. The creativity of the local musicians is known globally.
Государственный духовой оркестр Республики Казахстан закрывал на Год культуры Казахстана в Узбекистане.
The State Brass Orchestra of Kazakhstan closed the Year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan. It was a great honor for us, and based on the applause, the public gave a warm welcome to us. Thank you very much. I think they liked our performance. It would be necessary to show the State Brass Orchestra abroad more often. It's quite popular in our state.
Показывать за рубежом. Он у нас в республике довольно известен.
Moscow hosted the 7th International Conference on the Great Migration in Eurasia. The event was organized by UNESCO and the Almaty-based Culture Foundation as part of the International Decade for the Rapprochement of Cultures. Scientists gathered at the site of the People's Friendship University of Russia and discussed on issues related to processes of migration and interaction between the people of Eurasia region. Historians presented results of research on a wide range of topics, from linguistics to genetics. The project triggered a great interest in the scientific community and aims to fill the gaps in history. The friendship of peoples is a result of the rapprochement of cultures. Therefore, we are all involved in this rapprochement process of different cultures. Only this will ensure peace and harmony in our land.
The Kazakh embassy in Tokyo has organized a 28 kilometers long march dedicated to the 28th anniversary of the independence of Kazakhstan for the 2nd year in a row. Kazakhs living in Japan, as well as representatives of the Japanese government and employees of big companies, attended the campaign. Participants started the march at a park near the Haneda airport. They reached the finish line in 5.5 hours in the Tokyo area of Fuchu. The route passed along promenade at Tama River, where the participants could enjoy views of the Mount Fuji, which is holy to the residents of Japan.
Биылғы акцияның ерекшелігі Жапонияның мемлекеттік қызметкерлері.
This campaign is special since civil servants, business people, and representatives of academia have supported us on their day off. They took part in our 28 kilometers long Independence March. This event is a good opportunity for compatriots to meet and celebrate the Independence Day.
Сіздік күнін осылайша атап өтуге жақсы себеп болып табылады.
Kazakhstan 独立28
Congratulations to all Kazakhs on the 28th anniversary of independence. I am Kotomi Tada and I represent Japan's Foreign Ministry. I am in charge of cooperation development with Kazakhstan. The 28 kilometers march has been achieved today with the embassy staff. It was very nice to take part in this kind of campaign on day off.
日本も天気も
The capital of Kazakhstan hosted a presentation of a book titled Nazarbayev's Leadership, Development of the Great Step. The publication tells about the formation of independent Kazakhstan and the leadership qualities of Nursultan Nazarbayev. The author of the book is a well-known publicist in Turkey and Professor Kürşat Zorlu. He studied and analyzed the career of the first president of Kazakhstan in detail. The scientist highlighted the role of the politician in reinforcement of cooperation of the Turkic world. He noted that Nazarbayev is a politician who is widely recognized in the international arena. The Turkish publication has issued the book in Kazakh and Turkish.
Onlardan içinde misal gazetelerde bolmagan söyleşiler var. Onların bir bu kitapta.
I tried to collect all the conversations that have not been previously published in the press. Everything new has been included in this book. For example, I wrote about Nursultan Nazarbayev's contribution to settling the issue between Turkey and Russia. All this I have written in this book. I also wrote about some important meetings and the decisions that have been made previously.
Söyleşiler, kanday şişedi, kalay boldu, beğeni yazdım.
The young best screenwriters have been awarded at a ceremony in Nur Sultan. Talented filmmakers presented their work at a competition in various interesting genres, including fiction, animated film, short film, and screenplay for mobile devices. The goal of the competition is to support the creative ideas of scriptwriters and also to promote domestic films worldwide. The event organizers said that a record number of applications have been received from different applicants as part of the competition.
Было представлено более 300 киносценариев, и участвовали все наши студенты.
More than 300 movie scripts have been presented. Our students from the Department of Cinema and Television took part in the contest. The scripts will be submitted for the local studio as well as the Chinese and foreign studios. Our students and the film department are actively promoting themselves in the world and actively taking part in international festivals in Cannes and Venice.
Как участвуют на мировых фестивалях в Каннах и Венеции.
Выиграл сценарий на полный метр.
I've won in the category of the film script. This is a fantastic movie. It shows some interesting rules of the world. This is something unusual. The public goes to cinemas in order to look for dreams as well as to believe in another world. Some of the life lessons are discussed in the film from a different perspective. I want to continue working on this idea and then to show it to the viewers.
Развить эту идею, показать ее зрителю.
The competition has been organized as part of the Year of Youth and China's Belt and Road Initiative.
The Khvarostovsky State Opera and Ballet Theatre from Krasnoyarsk was on a tour visit to Kazakhstan. The troupe presented the Prince Igor opera at the Astana Opera. The performance is the most striking and the biggest in the repertoire of the theatre. The opera is known for its difficult writing process. Alexander Borodin wrote the opera for 18 years, but he did not finish it. After his death, his student, composer Glazunov, completed the work.
Мы, конечно же, выбрали свой один из любимых спектаклей. Это опера.
Of course, we chose one of the favorite performances, Borodin's opera, Prince Igor, which was staged as an opening opera, which opened 30 years ago, dedicated to the 350th anniversary of the Krasnoyarsk city. Now, this is a new production. The new opera was staged in 2013. The opera is interesting for its ballet performances. The performances include famous Polovtsian dances. Another surprise from the Krasnoyarsk theater was the Raymond Ballet, staged by outstanding choreographer Grigorevich. Residents and guests of the capital watched the complex performance.